What's up, guys? Welcome back to Listen and Flow with Des B, a place where I'm just talking out loud and navigating life. This is episode 2. Yes, this is episode 2, and we are going to be talking about social media. Ew, 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 ew. Ew, but yay. Yay, but ew. You'll see what I'm saying by the end of this episode. But I also want to point out that if you missed episode 1, that means you missed the artist of the month. And if you missed the artist of the month, then you're slacking. I'm gonna need you to stop this episode, go listen to episode 1, and then come back to this, okay? For those of you who are already hip, I have another sample of Koya's music at the end of this episode. Yes, I know I said I may be talking about why I started to go to therapy in this episode, but if I'm being honest, I don't think I'm ready to talk about that yet, but hopefully I will be in the near future. All right, so social media, yikes. My relationship with social media is so, in simple terms, freaking weird. I feel like a deep part of me wants to be a social media influencer, but then I look at everything that comes with it and I'm just like, nah, bruh, that ain't for me. But at the same time, I love when my random reels do crazy numbers. So like when I was pregnant, I would just make random reels and they would get 10,000 views. And it felt, I ain't gonna lie, it felt pretty good. But at the same time, it's like, wait, I gotta keep this up. I felt the pressure to constantly produce. And I was just like, no, this is not okay. So when I took my 40-day Instagram break, because I took a break about a month after I had Zoe, because it was just getting way too overwhelming. And so I was just like, man, forget this. I'm out. And that's what I did. I was out. And I was so proud of myself for sticking to the 40 days because initially it was hard, but then it got really easy. Once I took that break and I came back, Instagram was pretty much like, we hate you. They stopped showing my stuff. My reels were not popping like they used to be. They was like, oh, you want to take a break from us? Well, we're going to take a break from you. And so I did not get anywhere near the numbers that I used to. And I still don't really get that high anymore. I don't know the last time my reel has seen 10,000 views, but I do know that when I posted Zoe, it was an appreciation to Josh, like just for being a dope and amazing father. And I posted it not for views or anything, but I really did just post it for appreciation for him. But of course, that one popped off a little bit. You know, it got a little bit high. It got a little bit high. Not 10,000 high, but it got like 6,000 views. And so I know that when I post Zoe content, like my daughter, for those of you who don't know, I just had my baby on Christmas. She is amazing and I love her oh so much. And so I'm officially 4 months postpartum. Like that's a whole different episode. Yeah, we'll get into that later about like postpartum and stuff. But yeah, I just had Zoe. And so I know that when I post her that it's gonna go higher than if I just post myself. But I don't want to just post my child just so that I can get more people to follow me or just so that I can get views. Because I think for me, at least, when I see that, I'm gonna want to start sharing more intimate and private moments that should just be for me and my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though a huge part of me wants to show her off to the world, I want to do that on my own time and not because I have to. Because I know once you become an influencer, it's like you gotta post consistent stuff. So I'd rather my stuff pop off, like my podcasts and stuff, rather than pictures of my child. Because there's weirdos out here and I used to think I was paranoid, but then it's a fact. So I'm just really cautious on how much I post Zoe. But I can't help it a lot of times. I'm not saying you're going to go to my page and not see pictures of Zoe because you will. Even though every picture I post isn't her, I fight the urge like every day to post her face because it's just so freaking cute. But it's like, Destiny, save that for yourself. Save that for your close people, because my page is public. And yeah, they be, like I said, they be weirdos out in the world, So I'm just learning how to not overshare, because honestly, the reason why I have such a hard relationship with social media is because I really feel like my purpose in life is to connect with people and to really just help people heal, or to really, I don't know, just bring people together in whatever way I can. And I have another platform called Dose of Poetry for the real ones who know. Yerb. Dose of Poetry is actually a platform I started for artists and for myself. I really wanted to get my poetry out there, and I also wanted to create a space for other artists to perform as well. But Dose of Poetry also does some community outreach stuff. And, I've been inactive for a little bit, but I'm working on something big. But the point is, I really feel like that is really my purpose. And for so long, I've been trying to navigate how to bring that to social media and stuff. When really, now that I think about it, I'm like, okay, God, like, is this your way? Is this podcast you showing me a way where I can still connect and reach out to people without the pressures of posting and looking perfect? Because I don't know about y'all, but it seemed like everybody on social media got super white smiles. Like, their teeth are so bright. The filters are so cute. Everything on their page is aesthetic. And I'm just like, I just want to be that. I just want my page to be that. And it's just not. No matter how much I want it and how much I want my page to be aesthetically pleasing like that, I just don't think it's me. And at least not my main page. Now, my pages on the side, like Dose of Poetry, I could probably make more aesthetically pleasing to the eye, and any like other stuff I do on the side. But for my main page, I am just too everywhere to have one uniform look. It is so hard. And I have tried to be that person, and I have tried to post all the perfect pictures, but it just doesn't work for me. Like, I'll take a picture and I'll be like, oop, gotta post it. Even though it doesn't go with anything on my page, I gotta post it. And why can't I post it? I'm gonna post it. Like, forget it. Forget following the norm. Like, I just go outside of the box, and it's so frustrating because I end up regretting it, because I'm like, Destiny, we had a plan. We were supposed to stay on course. This was going to be our square one. This was going to be the post that started off this new look for your page. And then I just go off course. Like, you'll see so many random reels or random pictures. It's about motherhood. It's about me. It's about family, the gym, random dance moves, like birthday celebrations. Maybe that is, I guess, my aesthetic, like randomness. I just got a whole bunch of stuff on my page, but I love it at the same time. But a lot of times I find myself comparing myself, and that's not good. I follow a whole lot of fitness pages, and it's really easy to look at their bodies and then wonder, like, okay, how can I make my body look like theirs? And it's kind of like, okay, stop. What are you doing, Destiny? Tone it down. Relax. Your body is not their body. It's okay. Take it easy. Have your own goal. Like, I have to remind myself of that. And then also, it doesn't help that everybody seems to be having these mommy snapbacks for like over a year now. It just seems like people have a baby and then boom, like literally a couple weeks later, they're like, look at my postpartum body. I'm back and I'm better. Voila. And it's kind of like, what are you doing to have that body? And why can't I just snap back like that? And it's just not realistic though. For some people it is, but the amount of times I see mommy snapbacks on my page, it's like, you mean to tell me that every single person who have a baby is snapping back like this? Is that what you telling me? Is that what you saying? Because that's what it seems like it's constantly coming across my page. So I love when I see people be authentic about their postpartum bodies, because then it helps. And that's kind of what I want my page to be, and what I want my podcast to be. I want it to be nothing but authenticity. But at the same time, I want to be as authentic but efficient as possible so that I don't get burnout. Like I want to be able to share but not overshare, and not be so pressed on sharing every detail that happens in my life so that it can relate to somebody, that I don't keep anything for me. And that's the balance. It's like, ooh, I went through this. I know this is going to help somebody. But it's like, okay, you went through this, but did you heal from this yet? Like, did you process it yourself before you shared it with the world? And so it's weird, because then it's like you want people to go along the journey with you. Like for me, I posted a picture of not my immediate postpartum body, but the day that I started going to the gym. Like I posted my belly and stuff. So I think in that sense, it's going to be cool for me to just bring the people who saw it along the journey with me, trying to like reach my own body goal. I think it's just important to remember that social media is not the standard for life. What you see is not like, oh my gosh, that's what I should be doing. Because there's a lot of people my age, they might be like celebrities, but in my head, it doesn't matter. It's so weird how the brain works, right? Like you'll see a celebrity who has all these different kind of opportunities, all this different type of money, their bank account like different than yours, and you're still convincing yourself that for some reason you're lacking. And that's definitely not true. And I do that a whole lot because I'm a huge go-getter. And when I envision something, like I want it. So when I see people my age having the lifestyle that I'm chasing, it's kind of frustrating, because it's like, why am I not there yet? I see it. I know I'm supposed to be there. I know this is the lifestyle for me. Why am I not there yet? Because I have some people that I follow who just travel and who are ducked off. Like they just post here and there, and they are on a whole bunch of land, or they travel with their family. That's one of my goals. I want to have the freedom to travel and then post when I want, like that's amazing. So when I see people do that, I'm like, I want to be them so bad. But it's like, Destiny, you are not doing bad. The things that you have accomplished are still amazing. So yeah, I just really think it's important not to compare yourself to this false standard that social media has set for our lives, and just to realize that a lot of things that you see are illusions. So many people edit their bodies, and it's sad because they're kind of feeding the cycle of comparison. They're feeding how they feel to other people, like they don't feel as confident with their natural body, so they're doing all these edits to their picture with their bodies, and at the same time another person who's looking at it is like, dang, I don't feel confident about my body. And it's just weird. It just gets all mumble jumbled up, and it's just like, when I see girls who have the body goals that I want on fitness pages, that makes it even harder to look at, because I'm like, I know they're not even editing their stuff, and this is how their body looks. Like, what? You mean to tell me they wake up like this? And it's just weird. I'm like, dude, you just had a freaking baby. Like the realistic part of my mind sets in, and it's like, girl, snap out of it, okay? You're doing great. You're only 4 months postpartum, okay? You're doing great. So I think it's just really important to look at yourself in the mirror and just really see yourself for who you are, and understand no matter what society tells you you should look like or where you should be, that you're doing great where you are. Each day that you wake up and open your eyes is another accomplishment. So just remember that, okay? Because social media be having me effed up with all these crazy illusions going on. Oh my gosh. And while we're on it, before I forget, there's so much pressure that I feel, and anxiety when I post. Like, why is my heart racing when I'm about to post something? Or why am I looking at the time to make sure that I post it exactly at this time? Because the last time I posted at 6:30 p.m., my reel went up. So let me make sure I post exactly at 6:30 p.m. And then I'll do it, and my reel won't even pop like the last one. There's so much anxiety with just posting. I just don't understand. And sometimes I think I get it mixed up between excitement and anxiety. My boyfriend was actually the first person who pretty much brought that to my attention or asked me that. He was like, is it really anxiety or are you just excited? And sometimes I do get excited when I'm posting a post because I'm like, ooh, I look cute. And then when I see a lot of people comment, oh my gosh, I get so freaked out because I want to reply to everyone, but then it can be so overwhelming. I want to reply to everyone so bad. Like my aunt will comment and I'm like, dang, I want to reply to my auntie. But if I reply to my auntie, then I reply to my best friend. And if I reply to my best friend, then I gotta reply to this person. And I just end up liking everything and end up hitting like the, thank you guys at the end. But I really want to comment. I really want to reply to every single comment I see. I remember back when I was in middle school when they used to do the TBHs, the to be honestes and honestes. That's not even a word, but you know what I'm saying? When they used to be like for it to be honest. And so people would like my post and I would answer as many as I could. And then I would have to go to like basketball practice or something. And so I would make a list of the people that I didn't get to. And when I got back from my practice or something, I would answer them. And it got to the point that one time, I think I like text somebody my to be honest to them. Like it's crazy because I just feel like I have to get back to everyone and it's like destiny. No, relax. You're doing the most. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I really have to say about that. Do you guys see the conflict? Do you see the conflict? Privacy versus being public. Connecting with people and helping heal people versus staying to myself and protecting my energy. Like, But anyway, so that's my issue with social media. That's what I'm working through. And one day I'm gonna be good. It's just really hard to just figure out what do I keep for myself and what do I share. I don't want fear to talk me out of sharing. I have to figure out what's really fear and what's really me protecting my privacy. If you don't already, you can follow me at its_DesB on Instagram. I really don't think I'm the only one who has this love-hate relationship with social media. If you do too, please message me and tell me your experience with social media. I know they have posting apps where you can like plan to post something and it'll do it on your behalf, but I've tried that and it just don't work for me. It just don't. I have to post it physically myself. I don't know. It's just something. I'm working on it. Thank you again, guys, for tuning in to episode 2 of Listen and Flow. Are you ready for Koya's song? Are you ready? Because I'm ready. This song is called Deuce. Checking up the deuces. We checking up the deuces to all that social media pressure for real. Nah, but this song is called Deuce and it is by Koya. I really hope that you guys enjoy and hope that everybody has an amazing, beautiful day, a beautiful night, a beautiful afternoon. Whenever you're listening to this, I just hope you are filled with light and love right now. Peace out.
You never knew how I felt about you, but I'll tell you right now, if you wanted me to. You told me your thoughts, I opened my heart. You held me like you love me, then you just let me go. I never knew what that felt for you, till you left me right there, and I sat in my truth. You told me your thoughts, I opened my heart. You held me like you love me, then you just let me go. You're looking at me like you really love me, but you're really looking right above me. If you're missing all your lying, think I'm really working on your timing. Memories don't last, but I rewind. Hoping that I find something to smile to. You tell me that you're missing, now I'm lying, saying I don't think that it's our time.